All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Almost Oregon. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to saying that because it's a new name for a new show.
Almost in several different ways.
Exactly, exactly. Do you want to start off by telling us about this? Uh,
Sure. It's a
Great.
thing. It's a thing I've been working on for a long, long time. Have you guys ever played a game with the life path system? I remember the first time I was told about it, and I was like, there's going to be this game I play, and it's going to make my character for me. And I'd be like, well, my character was this, and then they were that. And whenever I do a life path system in real life, it's always like, it's like having like different packages you choose, like you're multi-classing or something. So this is my answer to that. This is a board game that will actually complete your character for you. It'll give you guys the premise of the game. It'll give you guys the situation where the game starts. It'll give you guys a choice of characters to play, and it'll give you guys a working knowledge of the NPCs that you can interact with. And it's going to give all your characters a shared experience that binds them together. So that's what this phase of the game is. A little board game here where we're going to travel to Oregon City together. And when we don't make it to Oregon City, assuming you guys don't roll incredibly well, then we will start the role playing game.
And if we make it to Oregon, show's over. That's it. The end. We made it. No more almost.
I mean, if you guys actually make the Oregon, I'd be like, oh, I made it way too easy.
We'll just have to play the board game again. New families, go.
Yeah. Oh my word. I'm very excited.
You guys ever play the old Oregon Trail video game back in the day on the Apple?
Oh, yeah. So many times.
I've played the Oregon Trail. less so the Oregon Trail.
Am I speaking with some kind of weird Chicago accent, or am I just bad?
No,
what I'm saying is that there's a game about zombies called the Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the old Oregon Trail.
But with zombies.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, like I didn't put
some
zombie
modern games.
cards in, but there totally could be zombies. You guys could be playing zombies. Are any of you guys playing zombies?
Not yet.
I like that answer. Not yet. So, maybe eventually.
Oh my word.
I mean,
So what is it like? Do you guys have like an experience with Oregon Trail that like really defines it for you?
what I remember the most is shooting buffalo along the
Yes.
trail and not being able to take all of the meat with you because you just don't have enough room in your caravan.
Yes.
That's like one of the moments that I remembered very distinctly from that game. Or trying to get deer, and they're so much more difficult.
Yeah, the deer were hard, but sometimes we're just deer.
Always dying of dysentery? That's a thing. That's like enough
Yeah,
of a
I mean,
thing
that's
it's a
a thing.
meme now.
Everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
I didn't actually beat this game until I got to be like 25 and I was playing it on an emulator and had save states.
Yeah, I mostly remember it being as a thing that you played in elementary school when it was too rainy to go outside.
I
Played it on the classroom computer, and of course nobody beat it. You can't beat Oregon Trail in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
exactly.
You only had 15 minutes to play it.
It was like a recess thing, so it was like the long one was a half an hour, right? Like
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
I would usually get to play it for a little bit longer than that, but I don't. I'm sure that I've beaten it at least once, but have so many memories of all of the times that I played it and didn't beat it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
I
don't
have
think we oh, go ahead. You haven't said much. Go.
Yeah, I have very slim, like being very young, being a 23-year-old person. I haven't had a ton of experience with Oregon Trail, but I have touched it. And the thing I remember the most is just like gradually like losing those family members as you're going along,
Yeah.
just one by one, and that sort of thing. It's all like very step by step. That's what I remember the
Yeah.
most.
that's a definitely how I remember it too. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Remember when I was first brainstorming this game? I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be able to like have a cart with nothing but bullets and all kinds of other stuff. But eventually it all had to go away because it just added so much more complexity that we didn't add anything.
Yeah.
I mean, but you could just say that your cart's full of bullets. Actually, I didn't have time to make inventory cards, which was really a shame. I was going to make a deck of like items you could pick from, and then I'd like put 6 of them up, and everyone took turns picking one,
Oh, that would have
and
been
then
cool.
I'd like refresh the store, and you could all get like 3 or 4 items. But instead, you guys could just write things down, whatever you guys want.
A cart
God.
full
Um,
of grandfather clocks is the only way to go.
Absolutely. I did some research on like people would just bring the weirdest thing. Apparently, the Donner Party, the people that turned to cannibalism, and when they got frozen on the trail, they dropped over 1,000 pounds of bacon at Fort Hall before they went up that mountain.
What?
I mean, they wouldn't want to carry 1,000 pounds of bacon, though.
That's fair, but it's a shame because if they had had that bacon,
If they had had that bacon, they wouldn't have had to eat the long pork.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, in the spirit of that, whenever you fail a roll, you can choose to drop an inventory item and continue on the trail anyhow. So, like, if you just choose to have grandfather clocks and you fail a roll, you just drop a grandfather clock and keep going.
now I gotta think of what sorts of weird shit I should have.
You can have, like, wagon tongues, which nobody knows what those are anyway. A lot of people were like we're talking about going to basically the frontier. So they didn't have printing presses. A lot of them brought crops like trees.
Mm-hmm.
They would bring like seedlings and plant them. Well, they just like have a wagon full of seedlings. What else? A lot of books.
I think books fit. Well, they're weird books though. I'm just gonna put weird books.
Weird
Talk about that.
books. So can they see the screen, Kelsa?
No. They cannot. I
Okay.
can go ahead and switch over to the screen though, so we can show it off.
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm very terribly drawing my family, so I'm just gonna zoom out so that's not on the screen right now. Let's switch on over. There you go.
All right. So I got a few things here. We got the United States. We also talked about this before the game, and we want to start off in a basically normal United States that becomes progressively stranger over time. And in fact, actually, you can get stranger during the journey to Oregon, and you guys can even destroy the world if you're not careful. So be careful.
You know, just occasionally destroying the world, it's no big thing.
So basically, if you all chose strange every time, then the world will be destroyed.
Okay, so just at least once or twice pick something that's not strange. Got
Yes,
it.
once or twice.
Okay.
Obviously, the goal of this is we're going to start at Independence, Missouri, and then we're going to travel along these different stops. I have too many stops here, so there's like red lines, the red little eyes, and those will signify the zones that you can travel between. So let me get some playing pieces. Unless you guys have playing pieces you want to use.
No. I'm not
Alright, what
cool
colors
enough
do
to
you guys
just
want?
have my own playing pieces. Well, I want purple, obviously.
Pink, because I'm going hard on pink right now.
I'll just fight Lavender for it. I'm sorry.
I mean,
That's
it is
okay.
your channel, so. Oh wait, could we
Sure.
have like a lavender and then like a dark lavender?
Yes. Oh, I love it. Can we do that?
How?
It'd be amazing.
Let's try and figure it out.
If it's black, we could say it's the darkest lavender.
Here, I made my pink a lighter pink, so if you wanted to make Kelsa's purple a lighter purple.
Oh, don't you have the exact color of your lavender?
Oh, I do. Yes, I could do exactly that if I
What is it?
change the color.
Let's be completely on brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm on it. I figured out how to do it,
Alright.
I think.
Alright, so I got weird books.
And I'll
There we
just...
go.
Okay. So if that's yours, then we need to just change mine.
Yeah, it looks. The basic lavender is really close.
It's okay. I'll get a lighter color.
Yeah.
There we go. So right now we're just very on the spectrum of like pinks and purples. This is not confusing at all. Don't worry, chat. You will definitely know who is who as we're moving forward.
KingSeras, what color do you want?
How about a blue? We'll stay cool colors, but I won't horn in on everybody's purple business.
Yeah, we got purple, pink, blue, and red here. Oh, this is like.
We don't even need the red. Get
And
rid
we're
of
not
that
even
junk.
using
man.
the red.
Get rid of that junk.
Get it out of here.
There we
I
go.
think this like a cooler blue though.
Yeah, just,
Yeah, it's a little bit off. It used to be like.
yeah, if you could give me a nice indigo so that a colorblind person can't tell the difference between it and the
Oh,
darkest purple, that'd be
perfect.
perfect.
There we go. That's perfect.
Oh my god, we're the worst. Can I at least
Very
put
good.
names on these?
I don't
Yes.
know as if you can. Oh, I guess you could.
Yeah, because
Alright,
you can label them.
Oh, I'm gonna name mine Right Air because it's my family.
Oh, I should name
All
my
right.
family. All right. So while we've got this
All
silliness
right.
going on, I'm gonna switch us. Well, no, I will do my thing on the side. Then I'll just go back and fill it in later. What I was gonna say is, personally, when I'm watching people streaming Tabletop Simulator, I hate like a bunch of zooming around and zooming in and out. It really bothers me when somebody else is doing it. So I'm gonna try my best to not do that to everybody else. So if I forget to switch and start zooming around, or I forget to switch and I start talking about what's on the screen and it's not showing for you guys, just let me know in chat, okay?
All right.
But I'll leave it up for right now, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna post the rules for this in case you guys don't know which of the files to be open. You're gonna find them.
10 seconds left in the download.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And I can actually tell you guys what to do. A lot of my other players are like, "Oh, look, there's a place to draw my family." Obviously, we're just going to start drawing.
I mean, obviously.
Obviously. Here it is. All right, I posted the Word document again.
Got it.
And this is basically the rules for this section. Okay, so I said draw 3 goods. So you'll get to pick 3 inventory items.
Okie doke.
You also just have like normal things like bullets, bacon, oxen. One of the things is interesting is we're going to start basically the time frame of this journey is going to be kind of non-deterministic. So as the world becomes more stranger, the time will also progress. So we're going to start in the 1920s. But if it gets strange enough, we're going to jump to the 1940s.
Do you mean 18?
Yes, the 1840s.
Yeah, the
In the 19th century.
The 1920s is it's a little different.
I was sort of
Really
into
different.
going straight from like early 19th century to World War II. That's
On the Oregon Trail.
on the Oregon
no less.
Trail. Yeah. That
Yes.
part of the country is lost in time.
We can get to, if we get even stranger, we'll go to the 1860s. And then if we get too strange, we'll get to the 1880s. And if we get even stranger past that, then the world dissolves because it's too strange. So we can't actually get to the 1900s.
No.
Oh, you're so sad.
Oh, Tabletop Simulator is opening.
I see that.
It's happening.
I'm hyped.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's almost
Just so you
a
know,
thing.
I spelled friendship correctly. Yeah,
Whatever that means. Wink.
whatever that means.
Okay. All right. Now I have to tab back into Discord.
Do. I was waiting so I can describe. What we're actually doing.
1940s, forget the wagon, get the car.
I don't know what we're actually doing. Are we
I'm
here to do a
here.
thing?
Yay!
Is this
Yes!
blue for me?
Woohoo!
Yes,
It is for me.
absolutely.
Ah.
We couldn't get it like indigo enough, but
Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with this blue.
Do you have a specific hex color that's your brand?
No.
Not everybody can be quite as on brand as Lavender.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. I am looking at the table upside down.
You can using A and or D, you can no, that's move. It's the
That is
arrow
move.
keys is rotate. I lied.
Make the table move back and forth. All right.
you can also use the mouse and right click to kind of drag rotate.
Yeah, I used the right click button.
Okay. All right. Now.
And then you can pan around with Wasad.
Okay.
You also hold the middle mouse button.
Or yeah, middle mouse button to pan, but I hate that. So I never do it.
I actually use both at the same time. 'Cause
What? Okay.
Okay. All right. So I don't ever do any streaming, so this is totally new to me.
Okay.
So if I zoom in and out and stuff, that's just something I can see. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna mess-
you won't mess with
Right.
anything. It's
Cool,
it's only
alright.
me because the stream is seeing what I'm seeing. So
Okay.
that's all.
Okay. All right.
All right. So let me explain what we start with. So we're supposed to start with naming our family and choosing where they came from. So most of the people that were on the Oregon Trail were actually farmers from what right now is like Ohio, Illinois, West Virginia, because around this time, people were starting to move west, And the people that were in this area were basically very independent frontiersmen. So they didn't like the encroaching civilization, so they decided to head west. So during most of the Oregon Trail, Oregon was actually not part of the United States, and it was part of contested territory that both England and the United States both laid claim to. And it basically turned out that whoever had the most people there got it. And while at the beginning it was mostly controlled by Europe, all the laws in Oregon are Great Britain's laws, and it's basically run by a good version of the East India Company. So they're the good guys.
Mm-hmm.
And later, eventually, Oregon becomes a state, but that's not until much later. Let's see, what else can I say? Another thing is that at the very beginning, people didn't have wagons. They basically just went there on foot or on horses, or they dragged, like, not the covered wagons we imagine, but like the really cheap wagons without really any kind of accoutrements. Wasn't really designed for travel. It was basically just equipment they had on the farm, and they were using it to go west. So until things get stranger, and all of a sudden you guys are mystically in prairie schooners, then you don't actually have a covered wagon yet. But that's totally fine, because even after wagons were invented, none of the wagons had shocks, and there were no roads. You didn't want to ride in a wagon anyhow. Basically, everyone walked 2,000 miles, or however 1,000 miles it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's what this experience is going to be like. So you guys can pick Americans, like I was talking about, like from the Ohio Basin area. You can pick people from the East Coast who usually went because they thought they could get some kind of profit in Oregon. You could play Native Americans. You could play around this time, like there are different kinds of Native Americans. I mean, I don't mean like different kind of tribes, but I mean like some of the Native Americans were very adopted into American culture a lot. So they adopted all the dress and the culture of the Europeans, and a lot of them stuck to their traditional values. So, if you want to play Native Americans, there's a lot of diversity there. You could be traveling because you were relocated, your family was relocated, or because your lands were stolen, or there's just countless reasons. You could play escaped slaves. You could play a lot of people with African heritage were actually given citizenship during the Louisiana Purchase. And I think that's what Stanley's going to be playing. You could also be playing, immigrants who are coming to America and somehow have money left and are heading west on the trail. But those are just like some of few ideas you could have.
Cool.
So that's really where we should start. Like, where are you guys from?
Leslie, you have an idea of where your family is from. Why don't you
I'm basically done.
Yeah, I'm over here drawing my family and nobody wants to see me erasing a million times. Don't worry about it. But yeah, why don't you talk a little bit about your people here?
Okay, so let's start with their name, because I mean, if I'm going to be talking about where they're from and why they're on the trail, I gotta call them something. So this is the Raidea family. They are French Americans whose lands were recently given to America, the United States of America, during the Louisiana Purchase. And they are originally from Marceline, Missouri. So not too far from Independence. I think I put the wrong abbreviation, so I'll fix that. But anyway, not too far from where we're going to be starting in the game. Yeah, because MI is Michigan. Anyway, they are a mixed race family. So we have Marcel. He is the father. He is black. And then there's Jacqueline. She's white. And then there are 3 kids who are of mixed race. Obviously, Claudette, Theo, and Sylvie. And they're kind of weird. They're not farmers, because even though mostly it is farmers who are on the trail, they're leaving in part because Marcel and their kids were not offered citizenship when the Louisiana Purchase happened because he's black. And also with the racial tensions growing in the United States of America, they're like, you know what, we don't really want to be a part of this country right now, and we don't want to risk our children becoming slaves or Marcel becoming a slave. So they just decided to pack up all their weird books, their inventing parts and scrap, and their herd of oxen that they acquired through trade, and decided to set out on the trail. So that is their story.
Nice.
Awesome. I've been very focused on drawing my family very poorly.
I love it though.
So hold on, I'll move over so everybody else can see it on stream.
Oh yeah, you gotta draw your family. You gotta like at least draw stick figures.
I'm working on it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I think my family is just gonna be these 4 and a cat. The Whitaker family is the father Archibald, his wife Stacy, and their 2 children, Abigail and Christopher. Christopher is still a baby, and I haven't decided where they're from yet, so I need to figure that out. But I think okay, I love drama, you know I do. So Archibald is Christopher's father, but actually technically Abigail's uncle. Stacy was originally married to Archibald's brother. And something happened to him that maybe we'll get into, maybe we won't. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. And Stacy wound up married to Archibald shortly thereafter, and young Christopher was born a little too soon after that. There was some people who were less than happy about everything that had just happened in town, and they decided it was better to leave than and by that I mean they were chased out with pitchforks, you know. So well, you don't have to be so happy about it.
I just love the drama. It's so good.
Archibald's brother's name is Franklin, and whether or not we see him, I don't know. Whether he's alive or dead, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure that they know. So, Um, yeah, I got to think about where they're from though, and what they're bringing with them, because it's not a
Yeah.
lot. Also, their cat's name is Fiddlesticks, and he is of course coming with them. Um, and I promise that's a cat. Just don't.
It looks like a cat. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
It's either a cat or it's a jungle panther.
It could also be a jungle panther. And maybe by cat it is actually a cougar, like it's a bobcat, uh, maybe. Um,
It could be.
I like that idea actually of Fiddlesticks being a bobcat, and maybe that's part of why they have to leave town.
So like, you cannot keep this wild
You
animal.
just cannot just what.
But
And
it's
also
so
all this drama.
adorable.
You murdered whatever Archibald's brother's name was.
Whatever his name was, who cares? He's not
It
that
starts with an F. I wanted to say Franklin. I'm like, I know that's
it's
not
Franklin. No, it was definitely
it.
Franklin.
It was okay. All right.
Yeah. It was Franklin. Um. So, let me switch back over now that I've centered over on, um, KingSeras. Your family has been drawn. Are you able to talk about them?
Yes, I can talk about my family now.
I'm switching on over. I love how we all have top hats.
They are fantastic.
I'm actually a pretty good doodler, but I have a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting stick figures wearing top hats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So my family are Jordan and Martha Wilson, and their two kids, Elizabeth and James. They are from Virginia, looking to expand better farming opportunities. But the interesting thing about Jordan and Martha is that they are what in the time period was known as Boston wives, and what we would know today as lesbians.
Cool.
So, looking for freedom of sexuality on top of all of that.
Good luck.
Yeah, right. we'll be friends with the mixed race family who's facing difficulties too.
So I see you have shotgun and shotgun accessories. You'll be just fine where you're going.
Yeah, it's pretty great, honestly.
But they're very much looking to like farm and make a life that way.
Sure.
But you gotta hunt too. That's the shotgun and shotgun accessories.
We're probably just gonna slowly eat our oxen until we have no more oxen.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, that's a good way to be.
That's my obtuse lesbian farmer's joke.
So every item you keep at the end of the game will count as XP, just so you know.
Okay.
Ooh. Well then.
That's my safety valve to keep you guys from getting to Oregon City. You could use it to increase your chances to get to Oregon City, or you can keep it and get XP.
I mean,
Yeah.
considering that we have to not get to Oregon in order for the RP to make sense.
No, it could make sense if you get to Oregon.
It can still make sense if we get there.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm probably not getting rid of anything, so except for maybe the oxen. See you later. I'll be in the back.
oh gosh. Lavender, do you have anything ready for your family?
Unmute. There we go. There's too many windows now. So what I'm thinking of so far is I'm thinking of tapping into something I know about that other people might not. I'm going to be playing basically like Mennonites who are diverging from like being between like Amish and Mennonite, and like their family is being split in two. So they're kind of having like a we don't feel at home anymore in Pennsylvania sort of situation. And there's they've started like wandering, and there's kind of um, like if they go to other places where like their people aren't at, they're just going to be in a new place, and that's going to be uncomfortable. So we're going out on the Oregon Trail to see how that goes, apart from this situation. Because a little known fact is that you would think the Mennonites are like a less conservative form of the Amish, but it was actually the other way around historically. Mennonites came from, I think, like around Russia and immigrated to the US. And actually, when technology advanced, it was the Amish who wouldn't advance with wouldn't advance technologically with the Mennonites, and thus that split happened, and that's how the Amish were created. So that's what I'm tapping into mostly.
That's
Starting up an Amish
awesome.
community, and we're not agreeing.
Cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so while you were all like talking and everything, I decided one thing, which is that the scandal surrounding the Whitaker family is that Franklin actually disappeared about a year ago. And then while he was missing, Stacy became pregnant, and scandal ensued. And I think they're actually from New York, and that Archibald is a lawyer.
Ooh. So you're playing the banker.
We'll see.
All
Yeah,
right.
and Christopher was born on the road between New York and wherever we are in
Independence, Missouri.
Independence, Missouri. He's probably like a month old.
Oh wow.
Aw.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible when he dies. I mean, what?
I mean,
I
I
mean,
didn't necessarily make lovable caricatures with adorable faces in order to murder them all. No. Why would you even suggest that?
Why would I suggest? I don't.
mostly I'm questioning what happens if only Fiddlesticks survives.
Well, then
Secretly, that was my plan all along.
I mean, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, as soon as you put the cat down, I'm like, the cat is Kelsa's gonna play the cat. That's what's happening here.
I mean, you couldn't kill the cat, right? I don't think you have it in you.
But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, thought he wanted to Connor, but the cat came back because he couldn't stay away.
I mean, I feel like wanting to kill your charming family is right in line with the spirit of playing original Oregon Trail, in which you named all the characters after your friends and then watched them die horribly.
Yeah, it's like Super Amazing Wagon Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. You guys gotta draw them, that way you get attachment.
Yeah. I love them. I think they're all so cute, and I can't wait to put like red X's through them.
I mean, look at Sylvie's like eyes. Like they're so like excited and full of life.
I know, and I don't know if she's gonna make it. She's gonna be so cute.
Oh
and
no.
I don't know who's gonna survive. I mean, what if they have to eat Marcel to survive?
Oh, Marcel. All right. Adam, do you want us to continue, or do you want to
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I'm just getting everything set up.
All right, so I want to explain how the game works. So the game works is we're going to be rolling these fate dice. Ooh. And we have to count them manually because we live in the Stone Age. But in this case, I rolled a positive number, which means if I were to have a token, which I will give myself in a second here. Do do do. Where are they? Here we go. There. This basically gold. Then I could move over here to the next area, which each area is divided by these red lines. And I could have a choice. Do I want to have adventures at the Big Blue River or the Kansas River? Not much of a choice because, well, they're both rivers. So I would just let me shuffle these cards really quick here. I'll pick up the top card. All right, you try and hunt fish from a pod, each larger than a man. So here I am. I'm trying to fish, and these are gigantic fishes. So the person from the left of me would tell me which of my family is going to try and hunt the fish. And the person across from me would either put a twist on it so that, you know, what's special about this person that makes this interesting if we've like developed these characters at all. Or you could say, you can't choose health as the cost here, which will make sense later. And then I would narrate, well, then the third person is the listener. The person on your right is the listener. And what their job is to listen to what you say and pick a trait that defines what about the character you narrated. So I'm going to say, let's say my character decides to wade into the river with a net and try and drag the fish to shore. And that costs them, let's see here, they said I couldn't use wealth. So it cost them socially because then everybody else in the caravan wants some of that fish, but he won't share because he caught the giant fish. So I know I'd take one of these tokens and put it on social, and then we would move on to the next player. Actually, then the listener player would say, "What about that character was particularly noteworthy?" They might say, you know, he's a fisherman, or he's strong, or he's really selfish. So let's say selfish. So they will write selfish on the back of the card. So let's see here. Let's get some color. Selfish. Oh, I remember. I have to lock the card before it lets me draw on it. Okay. There we go. Selfish. All right. And I can pick up this card. And that's my card. And then it's next player's turn. And we're going to keep collecting these cards and paying the price until we get to Oregon City or we run out of time. Because every time everyone takes a turn, time passes. And when time has completely run out, it will be winter. It will be no longer possible to cross the Rockies, and then we will roleplay. All right.
That sounds good.
Struggling to unmute. Yeah, sounds good.
I need to figure
Alright.
out what my last item is. So far, I have fine paper and riding horses.
Hmm.
Is good.
Oh,
Yeah,
what about
but
like legal documents that like say you won't
Yeah.
do something in Oregon?
that's true. I could have. Well, I was kind of putting that under fine paper. Maybe just like, can paper and writing supplies be an item?
Yeah.
Like an item. Um,
I rolled shotgun and shotgun accessories into one item,
It's fair.
so
It's
That's
fair.
true.
Yeah, writing supplies and fine paper will be an item here. But still, I mean, official documentation would be good, but if I'm coming from the United States, how good is those documents going to be in the territory of Oregon?
Fair. Some kind of weapon?
My gut reaction was 100 blankets.
Go with it then.
Is it what's his name? Franklin's body?
No, he's still missing. Whether he's dead or alive, we'll figure out
Is
at
it
another time.
evidence?
Oh, why would I bring that with me? Get it straight.
Evidence that you can't bear to leave behind?
That's too good though. How dare you?
What if you left evidence behind to lighten your load and was found later?
But see, I
Oh,
wouldn't.
that's too good.
Oh.
What if you scan the evidence so it's also something useful? Like, that's why you couldn't leave it behind, because you needed it. Like, what if there's evidence within those 100 blankets?
Yeah.
Or,
what
you
could
know,
possibly be wrapped up in those 100 blankets?
It's a mystery. I want 100 blankets. That's it.
100 blankets to hide the evidence.
100
Brilliant.
blankets.
Brilliant. Alright, let me save the game here. Ooh, we have riding horses now. Cool. Alright. So while you guys are doing that, I'm actually going to be doing my own thing.
Weird books.
Actually, let me explain the costs here. Each of these costs are basically things you pay whenever you have an event. And you have an event when you fail to move forward. Actually, I did this wrong. Let's go back here. So I rolled +4, right? So I would just move forward and not have an event. You only have an event when you roll a 0 or minus. So like a 50-50%, but apparently I can only get to Oregon with these dice. Here we go. So here I would
Okay,
fail, and then I roll dice. And the idea is that the cost is what is costing you from moving forward. So for wealth, you're saying that you're spending some kind of money or capital to move forward. If this fills up, then you will lose one of your inventory items, have to leave it behind. If when you're social, that means you're upsetting the other people of the caravan. When you fill that up, one of your allies, which you will create if you roll a 0, will abandon you. if you fill up your health bar, one of your family members will die, and you get to pick. And when you fill up your strange bar, then your basically you guys have access to various kinds of superpowers, but when you pick strange, you are limiting what options you can pick, and also what you get a flaw that gets worse the more strange you are. But at the same time, because you're more strange, it's easier to use your strangeness, which will make sense when we actually get to role playing. But basically, strange means you're more powerful, but more limited.
So put everything in strange is what you're saying. Destroy the world.
Yeah.
Yes, got
If
it.
you destroy the world, that's fine. If you look at the top right corner, you'll see the different kinds of strange. There's gears, which is basically clockwork, all kinds of weird clockwork stuff. There's steam, which is basically
Steampunk?
I mean, it's steampunk, right? But it's the part of steampunk with the steam engine and the oil and the chemicals.
Gotcha.
Then you have etheric, which is the whole idea that there's an aether and electricity is a fluid, and all the other weird non-actually making sense in reality electricity stuff that goes on in Victorian steampunk stuff. And then we have fairies, which is basically where you get your magic from.
There's nothing in fairy, just everything else though. It's fine.
All right.
You can put stuff in fairy, I don't care, but it's not where my points are going.
So every time you fill up a strange bar, you also get to pick which of these is most powerful. So if you guys all decide you want to be steam together, then steam will be the best. But if you guys all choose to do your own thing, then maybe each of the strange things in the universe are equally balanced. I don't know.
We'll find out.
I just know what I'm initially going to go for, and we'll just see what everybody else does.
Definitely seems like a play to find out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
All right. Are you good with your family, Dark Lavender Floyd?
Yep, I am super happy with my family.
All right, you got 3 dudes.
We're supposed to have 3 starting resources?
3.
Oh, just 3? Okay, cool.
Just 3.
I'll get rid of 1 then. I'll get rid of
So
Pat.
if you go to a city, you can choose to not roll and just get an item.
So I'm just looking at the rules. It says distribute the 3 resource tokens between health, wealth, social, and strange. All start at 1.
Okay, I changed my mind about that. So
okay, that's not how it works.
you guys can increase your health, wealth, social, and strange. So you get to pick 2 to be higher. And you can just draw a circle, circles.
And so
like a 4th circle on.
It's actually a 3rd circle. If you look,
they're slightly.
The last 2 circles are slightly.
Okay.
You can also cross out the circles you don't want. That might be easier.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. So get rid of health. Don't care.
You just want people to die.
I do. That's why I made 5 people. But question though, if I have something that, for example, if I lower strange, does that mean, or if I increase strange, for example, does that mean that I can get stranger without screwing up the world quite as quickly, or how does that work? Because I want to get stranger, so should I not?
You
put
will
it in
not
strange?
get stranger. So here's the deal: filling up strange is bad.
Right,
it's just bad.
But I want it.
Okay, you will. If you choose that, you are just You want the world. That's basically saying you want time to advance faster. You want to be playing in one of the later time periods.
I mean, I just want to be weird AF.
Then you just yeah, you want to increase that then.
Oh, I want to increase that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, we're not wealthy, so that's fine.
All right.
Actually, it makes more sense that we don't have the social clout because we're fleeing social prejudice, so let's go with that.
See, I was thinking that, but actually, I think I still have a lot of social clout, and I also have the monies. That's so wrong.
Oh yeah, let's use the circle tool because that's new and I want to play it.
That's what I did. It made a really great circle just right away.
Oh, shoot. It has to start in the corner. I thought it went in the center.
Yeah, it has
That's
to
what I
start in the
thought, too.
corner.
Right.
I drew it like 3 times. Hold on,
Perfect.
I'll switch over so everybody can see what we're talking about here.
Is there a way to drag your drawings and text around, or is that just not
Nope.
possible?
I guess there isn't. I thought there was.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna spawn a checkerboard. I might screw something up.
Ah!
Ooh.
Here we go. Get over here.
Oh. Or are you just putting like the pips on it?
No, I need some space to do
Oh.
stuff.
Okay.
So I'm not actually playing. I'm gonna let you guys play. I'm gonna watch.
I like sourdough starter. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so
When the circles fill up, I'm basically going to step in and create a new event. I'll basically just make up a card that I want to explore something that happens to a character more, and it'll make more sense when I do it.
Okay.
So basically, when you fill up a circle, a whole line of these circles, something badish happens, and also you would have another player tell you, like, basically narrate a scene for you, create a card for you, and that like helps us explore the characters more and create like events that need to happen to progress their story. But since I'm just watching, basically,
okay.
I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be telling this. I'm going to be making the special events.
Okay. Who goes first?
I actually don't have a system for that. So, why don't you go first? Because I know you've played this before.
That is true, actually, as one of the very few people in the whole world who've played this before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I just wanted to say real quick, I've moved my position on the table because I know that having someone next to you and across from you is important, so I figured I'd visually represent that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to do it that way, that makes sense.
I just
I'll
figured...
get off the
I
table.
was gonna go based on this how
Okay.
stream was set up, but
Oh, well, whatever you want to do then.
but I realized actually
Yeah.
it's not consistent from one one
No, it's not.
Okay.
because anyway. I would need to switch Lavender and KingSeras, but maybe I'll do that for next time. But all right, I'll go first. So here are the dice.
All right, let's see what you roll.
Right off
threw
the
'em
table.
off
Them off the table!
Oh,
I'm sorry.
no.
I'm good at this game. I'm good at all tabletop
Oh, it's
simulator
just like
games.
real life.
Yeah.
Now we just need to flip the table in a fit of rage. Wait, don't actually do that.
Yeah, don't actually do that.
Oh, let me save the game quick.
Okay. That looks like
It's like a 0.
0, which is a move
So this is-
forward
You
because
do move forward
okay,
because we are east of
the Continental Divide.
Continental Divide. So instead of drawing one of the 4 cards, you draw the 5th deck of cards that has no label on it.
Okay.
And your goal here is you will also be creating an NPC because you rolled a 0.
Okay.
So you're gonna be telling us about a NPC that helps you get through this.
Okay, so I read this card out.
Yeah.
You slow down the caravan because you've been moving at too strenuous a pace. Oh, okay. And then somehow there's a NPC that helps me get through this.
Yeah. So the person on your left tells you who it is in your party that's slowing down the caravan.
Okay, so scroll out here for a second. If I'm sitting here, to my left is going to be Lavender based on how the table is arranged.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So who's slowing down the party?
In Kelsa's.
Yes. Which one of the Whitakers is slowing us down?
I think slowly, like over time, Christopher's just been like demanding. It's just being a baby and being very demanding and like not having like a sleep schedule that matches with the rest of everyone else. Like Fiddlesticks is a cat and sleeps.
Indeed,
It's
Fiddlesticks
awake
is a
during the
cat.
night. Anyway, but that's starting to take a toll, and they didn't have really like a system worked out for taking care of the baby and like switching parent duties and stuff. So they're just getting worn down by the stress of that.
All right. So let's just keep it short. Just tell them what character it is, because this game takes forever. Just so you know.
Okay. So it's Christopher. That makes sense. And so because I rolled a 0, I get to name an NPC that helped with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna name a it is a professional wet nurse.
Okay.
Who is currently between jobs, per se, who was hoping to stop being a wet nurse by moving out to Oregon and finding herself a husband to settle down, even though she's an older unmarried woman who has a couple of children that she says that she's a widow, but it's not actually true. God, I'm just all over scandals today. I'm sorry.
I like scandals.
Okay, I'm not sorry.
So, Denny, you can add a twist to this.
The
You add a twist
is
about
Franklin's
Christopher?
involved in this somehow.
Oh.
That's the twist.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
Past, present, future, whatever you want to do, there is Franklin involvement in this.
Okay,
Is this Franklin's sister?
that if it is, it would also be Archibald's sister.
Yeah.
Which then the question would be, why is she an NPC and not part of the family, but still coming this way? So, instead, I just have to make it worse. And
this is why I did this.
one of her children was also fathered by Franklin.
Oh shit.
And that nobody knows this. Like, they'd never had any interaction with each other. Stacy and Archibald have never met this woman before, and she has no idea of their relationships, respectively, to Franklin. And she needs a name. Gosh darn, names are hard.
I have a the story game names project thing open if you want me to shoot you a name.
No, I got one.
Okay,
It's
cool.
Rosetta.
Okay.
Rosetta the wet nurse.
So interesting point about history. Because of the War of 1812 and various other reasons, there were basically no immigrants for the last 60 years. So if you really want to know like the demographics, you just look up people that originally founded America.
Interesting. Okay. So I guess that's my turn.
All right, it's your turn. Roll 1d4.
Where's the D4?
Oh, I gotta spawn one. And also,
I can't roll one if there's
KingSeras.
not one.
KingSeras, you get to make a trait about baby Christopher.
Okay.
Did you spawn the D4?
No,
Okay.
I'm searching
Right.
the
Do I
D4s.
determine the trait before or after the D4 is rolled?
Before, does not matter.
Okay. Any trait at all?
Any trait at all?
Baby Christopher has unusually blue eyes.
Ooh.
All right, blue eyes, bright blue eyes.
Unusually blue eyes.
Unusually blue.
All right,
Yeah, I mean,
So we're
blue
gonna-
eyes aren't that unusual, but they're like,
sure.
They're
not,
like White Walker blue.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we're taking the card. We're giving it to Ceres. Ceres, I'll just show you how this works. You gotta flip the card over.
Okay.
You right click on the card and lock it to the table.
Okay. How do I do any of those?
You
things?
right click on the card.
Okay.
Go to toggles. There's a lock button. Put a check mark next to it.
All right. Card. Right click. Toggles. Lock. Okay.
All right. Now I see it doesn't move.
Yep.
Now you can draw on it. So go ahead and put unusually blue eyes.
I'm gonna use text for this.
Oh, you actually can't.
I can't.
It will not stay on the
Okay,
card.
Well, here comes some mouse writing.
It'll
Oh
be fine.
yeah.
The whole world's watching.
All right. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted in my life.
You're getting unusually blue, and I'm not even gonna put an E on blue.
All right.
It's perfect.
Can we
It's
draw like a little eye
flawless.
on there though?
just
Okay.
like up in the top corner or something.
Yeah, the little dot in it there.
Yep,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So we'll unlock it, and we'll give it back to Kelsa,
Okay.
and it goes in her history.
Okay.
All right.
Love it.
Now it's the next person's turn. Dark Lavender Void.
Okay, wonderful. What do I do on my turn?
You roll the fate dice.
Lovely.
Roll well.
Hey.
You get to move.
Was I supposed
you-
to put a marker on the first month? I was looking at the
No.
rules again. Okay.
Not yet. All right, so you get to move forward, and you get no event.
Also, did Kelsa roll her d4 yet?
I did. I got a 4.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
That means this character gets 4 fate points when she starts, which means she's basically on the same power level as a starting character.
I mean, for like a month and a half old baby, that's pretty good.
No, Rosetta.
Mmm. Oh, the NPC. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, she's pretty cool then.
Yeah, she is cool.
Yeah.
So is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay.
You also rolled is cocked.
Go you re-roll that particular one, or
Yeah.
re-roll the whole thing.
That's up to you.
Re-roll the whole thing. I don't care if I lose. I am fight death.
You get a 0. Okay, you
Alright.
can do another NPC. So go ahead and draw again from the last of the card piles that has no icon by it.
I can't. All right.
There you go.
This one here. Okay. Wow.
Yep. Let's see what you got.
You get a horrible chill during the night.
All right. It's Ceres decides who gets the horrible chill.
I'm heavily
And-
disputed. And I have left a trail of type here's attempting to put my family name.
Oh yeah.
Can other people erase my stuff?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, erase my mess ups. Thank you. So I am picking from Lavender's family. Someone
No.
gets a horrible chill? No.
No,
My family.
from the pink
The
Lavender.
Lavender.
Yeah.
Family.
Radiators.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought it was the person who rolled's turn.
I just rolled.
Okay.
Yes, you did
We're
roll.
still on that.
Yeah.
Lavender went
Okay.
before me, and then I just went.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
I'm at my turn now.
Okay. All right. I'm here, sort of, I promise.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with Marcel.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, Marcel.
I mean, he's really kind of the innocent party in all this scandal here, so so he gets a
Yeah.
horrible chill.
So that means Kelsa, you get to put a twist on this. You can either tell us, put a twist that has to do with Marcel in this situation, or you can deny one of the costs to Esteni.
I thought it wasn't.
It's not going to cost me anything because I'm going to make an NPC.
Yeah.
No, you will cost. Oh, I'm sorry. We did not do
0.
cost for. There is supposed to be a cost. So we'll go back
did we do
and
that wrong
cost.
for the other two? Because we didn't do cost on either one of them.
We did do cost for Dark Lavender Void because he succeeded on this dice check. You both got zeros, so you both have a cost.
Okay, because I thought, we still move forward, but there's still a cost.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the NPC helps you move forward.
Okay, but there's still a cost on top of that.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. So,
Sorry.
how do I... so...
You can either put a twist on it. So
well, I mean, going back for mine.
Oh, okay,
also,
sure.
where are the markers at? I think you deleted them.
Oh, I did delete them.
Yeah, they're gone.
They were on top of the chessboard, and I was like, why are there markers here?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So, I think it's gonna cost me money. I'm just gonna pay her to be my wet nurse on the road.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now that that's taken care of,
Yes.
a twist. Let's see. How about it's related to your weird books.
Okay. I like it. I'm going to create the NPC.
Yeah. Who helps you with the chill on the night?
Her name is going to be Florence. That's not her real name. That's just what the white people call her because they can't pronounce her indigenous name.
Okay.
And she recognizes some of the symbols in one of the books. She comes in during the night, recognizes some of the symbols, and embeds clockwork gears into Marcel's body, and he no longer feels the cold. So that's gonna be a strange cost.
Yes, please.
Roll a d4.
Okay. 3.
Okay, so she has 3 fate points. And I guess it is Dark Lavender Void. Tell us what trait Marcel gets.
Marcel is Marcel ticks.
Yes.
Ticks. All right. Can you put
really
on the card?
Good.
Sure thing. Where's the card?
Oh, wait, hold on, right here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I grabbed it by accident, sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay. So there's going to be a connection between Rosette and Florence. I don't know what it is yet.
I like it, though.
Cool.
Very cool.
Ticking. Okay, that means it's KingSeras' turn.
Okay, how do I grab all the dice at once?
You draw a box around them.
Oh, okay. I've been spending a while attempting to figure out how the heck to do that.
No
So
problem.
I grab the bot and then rip. Ah, okay.
There you go.
And if you hit R, it'll just roll them for you. Then you don't accidentally throw them off the table like I did.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a
Whoa.
negative.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a
All right.
positive. That's a 4. Oh my
That is a
goodness
4.
gracious.
Yeah.
So you get also to move into the Blue River
Okay.
or Kansas River, whichever you like. But because you succeeded, you don't have an event or any cost.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, everyone's went. So it is beginning of April. We're about halfway through April, actually. Each of these big circles represents about 2 weeks of time. All
Okay,
right. So back to Kelsa.
I roll all the dice. That is negative.
All right. So you don't advance. So
So-
you will be picking from the river.
Okay. It says, you try and hunt and fish from a pod, each larger than a man.
I swear I.
You
randomized
did
those.
in fact shuffle them,
So
but
okay.
it just came up on top, and that sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Lavender that tells me, no, it's Estania that tells me? Who tells me? I'm still confused in this.
To the left.
On your left, it will be Dark Lavender Void. It tells you what character
Okay,
catches the fish. Probably not Christopher.
probably
but maybe
not.
something really strange is going on.
Gotta be fiddlesticks.
Yes, it
Ooh.
does. Okay. So then Estini
Then
puts a twist
Estini.
on it.
You cannot use wealth as your cost.
That's reasonable because
'Cause
I
it's a
mean
cat.
it's a cat. Okay. So I think the like everybody else in the party in the wagon train, everybody is just like camped out near this river, and they're far enough away that they can't like actually see the water most of the time, but they are they hear the splashing, and what we see is the cat Fiddlesticks like leaping off of a like rocky outcropping and landing on this huge fish's back and just like biting its neck with its teeth and then like riding it and directing it to the shore and then like rolling off of it, and while he does it, and I picture Fiddlesticks as like a bobcat, which means that if this fish is the size of a man, it's still probably twice the size of Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
So it's like riding this fish, gets it to get close to the shore, and like it jumps off of its back while still holding onto its back, like the back of the fish, like lands in the water like with 2 feet, and then immediately springs back out because doesn't want to touch the water, but he's like flings the fish back and forth the entire time, and then finally like lands on the shore, never let go of the fish, and is just like holding it there until it stops moving, and then just slowly dragging it back up to camp.
Nice.
I think this costs me socially because my cat is just dragging back something larger than a man, and everybody else in the wagon train is like,
What? Your cat kills things that big? Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Exactly. Okay, that was my turn.
All right, Sarah, you get to add the trait
Yep.
to
Oh yeah.
Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks gets a trait.
Fiddlesticks. Hmm. Fiddlesticks doesn't harm humans.
All right, cool.
That's
Here,
a
I
good
can write
trait.
that for you if you want.
That's a
And
real
now you
good
have
good
and now you
trait.
have to write all that on that
No, I have.
card.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, next.
Okay.
Yep.
That's Lavender.
Okay, thank you.
Ooh.
Ooh, good.
0.
0.
All right, more NPCs.
So you
Yep.
do advance.
Cool. Do I move to Big Blue River or to Fort?
I think here.
Where were you
Yeah.
before?
I was Kansas River, I think.
You moved to Fort Kearney.
Okay.
So each time you go
That's what I
past
thought.
one of the red markers, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
You will draw from the 5th one.
Okay.
Actually, you have a choice. Do you have a choice? No, you rolled a 0. You don't have a choice.
There we go.
You do not get to go to the fort.
I'll put this here. And then how do I flip a card over?
Press F.
Okay.
Secretly, we're all going to learn how to play tabletop simulator while we're here.
Yeah. Your wagon wheel breaks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I pick the person who like has to try to fix it or overcome that.
Yep.
Let's go with D.
Yeah. And then Seras gets to pick just to put a twist on that.
I get to
Either a twist, or you can say that Lavender doesn't get to use one of their traits.
Okay. I'm gonna put a twist on it because I think that's way more interesting. And I'm gonna say the wagon wheel broke on something that shouldn't be there. Like it wasn't like a rock or a tree root. It was something weird and possibly horrifying.
Amazing. And then I have to put a cost on one of these 4 right here.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. There we go. I am going to put it on. No, I'm gonna put it on strange.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
Because I was like, well, it's broken now, so now we have to fix it, and that costs us money, which also makes sense. But if it's something that shouldn't be there, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And clearly you used weird things to fix it.
Yeah.
A weird thing caused it and a weird thing fixed it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then I roll the d4.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Wait, didn't you need a NPC?
NPC, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You gotta tell us, I guess, who the NPC is. You know, you can roll first if you want to see how powerful the NPC is.
We'll do that since I'm already holding the dice, at least.
I mean, there's nothing quite like just describing a very mundane wet nurse and then having her be incredibly powerful. So
Yeah, I like that. So which NPC helps us get past this? I think we meet a hermit whose name is
Oh, it has to be someone that's in the caravan. So this hermit could be traveling with the caravan.
Okay, so we're in the caravan and not quite traveling alone.
Yes,
Okay,
the idea is
Gotcha.
that these people will come with you, not that we are leaving them
Okay.
behind until you fill up the social bar, and then you have to pick somebody that is left behind.
Okay. We
You could be a hermit still.
yeah,
You
that's what I was
picked up
sort
the
of thinking
hermit,
too.
yeah.
And that's right. I alt tabbed because I was looking for a name. Okay, cool.
Look,
It
names are
is-
hard. We already discussed this.
Yeah, exactly. It is. I'm gonna stick with it. Ezra.
All right.
And I rolled, and they start the game with 4 fate points.
All right.
Wow, so many powerful NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
So how does the hermit help you?
I think you might know about like fairy court stuff, and I think there was like a fairy feast that was held here a long time ago, but then all of the stuff got left behind.
Sure.
And
Let me tell you about fairies in this world.
Okay.
So the fairies in this world work by getting contracts. Basically, they make contracts with each other for supernatural powers.
Okay.
So these contracts can be like stuff. Usually, they sign the contracts because it gives them good stuff, but it also comes with, responsibilities that the fairies don't like. So what they usually do is to create a title, and they'll use that title to pile on all these awesome things they get. And then when the responsibilities get boring, they find somebody else to take their place.
Okay.
So maybe this hermit is or used to be someone with a title. What do you think?
That sounds good enough to me.
Okay. So he used to be a fairy lord. And you said that he knew about something local that could be used?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a local magical spot or a local magical item to repair your wagon?
Yeah. I think like since it was like a fairy thing that broke it, he knows the fairy thing that can unbreak it.
Okay. So there's a fairy thing. Okay. That can unbreak it. So I would say that
Literally every time
places-
fairies come up in RPGs, I have no idea what to do.
so
Like, and everybody's like, "No, that's not how fairies work. What are you?"
you're an
And I'm
anti-fairy.
just like, "Ugh, God, not this again." I have to
Watch as the Dark Lavender Void chooses to fairy path for his magical powers.
No, never.
So I'm going to say that you can't actually repair anything in the spot because it's cursed.
Okay.
So
sure.
you had to drag the wagon out with oxen, and then you could repair it.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, cool. What did you pay? Strange?
Yep.
All right, cool.
And then I choose a trait that D gets out of this.
Yes.
Oh. You're too trusting, D. You're too trusting.
I like it.
Good.
All right, so we're out of power level 4 characters for this caravan.
Okay. Gotta
There
unlock it first.
is
There you
a level 3 character. Okay, there's 2 more level 3 characters. Interesting.
We got a powerful caravan to start.
Mhm.
So if we roll a 4 again, is it just gonna become a 3 automatically?
I'll just have you roll it again, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Nothing happens.
All right, you move forward. Cool.
All right, guess that makes it my turn.
Yep.
Let's see if my ridiculous luck remains.
Ooh.
0.
NPC time.
NPC time.
But you still get to move forward.
Yes. All right, so I was here, and I get to come up and join people at Fort Kearney. All right. Which means I get to grab an event from this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. And then I
Yep.
hit F to flip it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. What does this say? You are. Whoa, where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
Oh, it went over to my side of the table. Okay.
That's okay.
All right.
Cool.
Can you bring it
I'll
back?
just put
Thank
it
you.
right in the middle. Ah,
Okay.
everyone's doing
Alright.
everything. I'll just stop.
Okay. You are so successful at hunting that you leave most of the meat to spoil. Oh, I
This
see
is
it. I
it.
was just playing regular Oregon Trail.
I was gonna say this is
Yeah.
exactly what I remember from Oregon Trail. So you have to pick an NPC that helped you with this situation, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. So in our caravan, there is a very handsome frontiersman. His name is Jack, and he's the NPC who helps me out.
Okay.
All right, I'm writing them up.
All right.
Kelsa, who does this event affect? Or who's doing the hunting, I guess?
Okay.
Top hat is Jordan, and lady is Martha. Well, they're both ladies, but bonnet is Martha, and then the two kids are James and Elizabeth.
Martha, James, Elizabeth. Okay, I'm writing them down on my side over here. Do you have an approximate age for those kids?
Like 8 and 10.
Okay.
Which, this period old enough to have a job.
Yeah, definitely. I like the idea of it being James out there trying to pull his weight for the caravan at 10.
Okay.
And getting a little over his head apparently.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So that means Lavender gets to add a twist or prevent me from using one of my resources.
Cool. You can't take health as a cost because you're like you have hunted a lot.
Okay.
And like you're leaving it behind, so like there's not going to be health problems there. So I'd be like, health isn't an issue really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. And doesn't someone get to add a twist?
I will get to assign a trait to
Right. Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, not being able to use your health is the twist.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, right. It's one or the other. Okay, so now I roll this d4.
Sure.
What did I get?
2. All right. What did Jack do, by the way, that helped you?
He was helping the kid with the hunting.
So he helped him actually do the shooting, I guess?
Yeah,
All right.
he went in. He was over his head. He shot too much, and then he kind of helped him, get the stuff that we could salvage back.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
But still so wasteful.
Wow, what a trait. What a trait.
I don't want to.
It's going into your hand.
Okay.
At the very bottom of the screen, there's like a copy of your hand, basically.
Okay.
So if you use the mouse wheel to scroll out, you might not have that issue quite as much. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see it
okay.
just went into my hand there.
If you hit
Okay.
H, it'll get rid of that hand at the bottom of your screen.
H?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Perfect. I hate
Yeah.
that.
it's.
There we go.
I've been playing a lot of Tabletop Simulator lately, and it's really annoying.
It is
Like,
so annoying. So I'm glad that you've taught me that.
If we had a hand, that would be very helpful. but we don't, so it's really annoying.
When you
I
have...
mean, you do. It's just by your picture over here in the blue space over here.
Oh, yeah. I meant like if we were playing a game where I had a hand of cards.
Oh,
Right.
Or
yeah,
like
absolutely.
things to look at, that would be super
Yeah.
helpful. Okay, so I'm going to mark one on social
Oh.
because, you know, it's so wasteful and it's
Yeah.
sort of
It's
sucks.
Everyone's just like, oh, you could have told us that we had meat,
right,
but
yeah.
you just left it there to rot. Oh, it's so
Mhm.
wasteful.
So wasteful.
Yeah.
So wasteful.
So wasteful.
so
And maybe Jack barks up the wrong tree, given that he is, you know, a handsome gentleman.
makes sense to
Hitting
me.
on the parents, not the kids. Oh my god. Not that kind of barking up the wrong tree.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Let's make sure that's clarified right now. Okay, good.
Okay.
Perfect.
By the way, I have used my random system to generate relationship map over here.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
so at this point, we just fill it in based on what the D4 says.
Oh, okay.
This is an additional subsystem I didn't bother you guys with the rules for.
okay, cool.
Neat.
All right. So I think it's Kelsa's turn. Oh, wait.
Is that
I think that means
That
there's
is the round.
more time passed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now
All right.
it looks like
Now
you
it is
guys.
Kelsa's turn.
Okay.
It does look like googly eyes. I love it. I want to make them a little derpy though.
Okay, hold on. I gotta make
So
this.
technically 2 weeks of April, 4 weeks of April makes it the 1st of May.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. I love it. They're so derpy. All right, I'm gonna roll these dice. That's a plus.
Nice.
I finally get to move forward with all y'all, and that's it. I'm done.
Hi. Welcome.
Nice.
My turn.
I just realized what it is
Splendid.
that all of our things are here.
Mhm.
They're wildberry skittles.
They are. Oh man, now I want them. Oh.
Oh, perfect.
Draw from the fort card.
Da, 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 da.
That's
You only get
Oh,
one.
no, nope, only one, please.
Oh, draw the whole deck. Do it.
Just every bad thing happens to you ever.
Yep.
All the results are in superposition. Collapse the wave function. We're good. Okay. You are asked to bring a letter to John McLaughlin in. The way I pronounced those. The disaster. To John in Oregon City.
Yes, Amos is told to do that.
Okay. Amazing.
And then it's
Lovely.
Saris, I believe, does the twist.
Right. Let's see. I'm actually gonna say this time you can't strange your way out of it.
Cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I like it.
There's plenty of things that are really interesting about that card already, so
Yeah.
it's not
For
Gild
sure.
the Lily.
Yeah. No. And then I have to make an NPC who.
No.
Okay.
No, you just failed, so you do not make an NPC.
Perfect.
And you don't move.
There's no one to help.
You
I
only
just-
pay the price.
Okay. Gosh darn it. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that was, we're like,
Oh.
how?
Oh.
You get beaten up
Oh.
first?
Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
tell us how this works.
I'm thinking about this.
All three of them I could see working in different interesting ways.
Yeah. I don't think it's Welsh because I feel like there might have been like a little bit of compensation. Just like, hey, I can give you some supplies if you'll just do this for me. I think Amos, we're going to say that Amos is sensitive to responsibilities, and we're going to make this their health instead.
I can't deal with it. He's struggling under the weight of the responsibility of the letter.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah.
Stressing him
means-
out.
So,
There
a little bit
must
of
be something really
history.
important in this letter.
John McLaughlin is later known as the father of Oregon.
Hmm.
Oh shoot!
So it
This is
important.
even more responsible.
It is important actually.
You can actually Google this guy's Wikipedia page.
Okay. So, your trait is trustworthy.
It's not locked.
Oh, yep. Now it is. Okay. No, it was
No,
locked.
it's not.
Lock it for me.
I'll lock it for you.
It's locked.
It
Oh, is
was
it?
locked, and then now it's locked. Okay,
Okay, I didn't do anything.
we got it. All right. Nope.
Good enough.
Yeah, I'm just gonna redo this.
Okay.
I'm drawing it sideways.
Oh no.
So
Yeah, I think drawing it sideways is the way to go.
Because it gives you more space to write.
yeah,
Fun
but I
things.
didn't rearrange my my screen, so I'm just
Oh, right, because you said you weren't going to do that.
Oh, that's really hard then.
I got it.
Oh, there you go.
I
Perfect.
got it.
You could also have done this, Kelsa.
Yeah, I was about to say you could
I mean,
rotate the
no, I
card.
could, but why would I do that? I was already in the middle of doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad that you just owned it.
Yeah,
Also,
oh,
I
yeah.
like that you wrote trustworthy. There's no, you missed a T. It's fine.
I could fix this. It's fine. Don't.
We know
I
what
had
it
it spelled
means.
correctly the first time, but it just
I know, you just didn't have the space for it.
did it.
There we
It's
go,
perfect.
yeah.
Everything is better. Okay. Great.
Excellent.
Look, I think I set a precedent for what gets to go on cards.
You
Yeah.
did. And it's a beautiful precedent, and I love
it
it.
is. It really is.
Alright, right. Let's go. We'll go. And I get to advance with no cost because I'm amazing. We're gonna be at the river again.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no. We're gonna be at the bluff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and all these places are like real places you can go.
Cool. Right,
The
that's my
cat was begging for attention. Here he is.
Oh, kitty, so cute.
I love you, kitty.
You're on the
Oh,
internet.
Kitty.
you are.
That's Max.
Hi, Max. I love you. 'Cause
Hi,
you're
kitty.
cat.
Everybody says hi, but you can't hear him.
Oh, what a cutie.
He's a sweetie. He was sitting at my feet, headbutting my legs, and I was like, okay, fine.
Oh,
Give you
Oh,
attention.
how cute.
ironic. This family is both too trusting and trustworthy.
Yeah.
I know.
Like totally doubling down.
I thought it was pretty great, honestly.
I like it.
We're all about trust.
Uh,
I don't see how that could come back to bite you.
never.
Nah,
Okay.
not a chance.
We're
that
gearing
makes
up for a
it-
standard Lavender character this campaign.
Wait.
Alright, so I
Well,
think
it's Dark
Sarah's
Lavender
turn.
Void.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think it's Ceres' turn.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Stoney just moved?
Yep.
Okay, then it's hers, yeah.
All right. Let's roll these puppies. What did we get?
Minus.
So I don't
Minus.
know. Are
Okay.
you rolling or are you flipping them?
I hit R.
Okay, just making sure because they're not shooting up in the air like I'm used to
Alright.
them seeing.
Do you want me to
Yeah,
roll?
do it again.
Do it again? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
just
You don't have to pick them up. Once you have
Okay.
them selected, you can just hit the R key.
How's
there you
that?
go. That
Okay.
definitely rolled.
All right.
Ah, you
and
got a
it's-
plus, so you can
Okay.
just move forward.
I did better next time. All right. So, hang on. I need to shift my view, so I put my thing down.
So you
all right.
either
so
go
I get
to
come
Pallet
up here.
River or
Yeah.
O'Fallon's Bluff.
We'll go to the bluff.
The bluff.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's hang out.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll
and
camp
then
together.
Okay.
now I roll because
Well, time advances, doesn't it?
yes,
Yep.
someone other than me make time advance.
I
I
got it.
will. Yeah, we'll make sure.
That's
someone
0.
I'm watching it.
does.
The problem I was having with the dice was that I was picking them up and then hitting R.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have to decide which
So I'm going
I
to
think-
the river.
So you have to draw a
But I
card.
have to do. I rolled a 0, so I actually have to go from this deck anyway.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, you wrote another 0? Man.
I did.
Oh my goodness.
You have to put out
Ooh.
a fire in your cart. Ooh. Who puts out a fire in this cart?
I want to say. Well, now we're already going there. I want to say that it's Stacy.
Sure. Alrighty.
The twist is that she started the fire.
Ah,
Ooh.
And it got out of control.
Okay.
Like she was trying to burn something and then it caught the whole cart.
like evidence.
I'm just saying she was trying to burn something to destroy it.
What it was is a letter that she got from Franklin on the road. It's postmarked 6 months ago.
Ooh.
So who helps her with this?
Oh.
Don't mind me. I'm just creating things out of thin air.
But importantly, who helps her put out this fire? I think it is. No, that's too weird, too fast. Never mind.
Now I'm so curious.
Yeah, right? You can't drop a bomb like that and then not go with it.
Because it's gonna take weird, and one of the blankets is actually a flying carpet. That's who helped her put out the fire.
Okay,
but...
that is full speed towards stream. You were correct.
You.
All right, flying carpet.
I told you. That's it. That's it. We're just going all ham. I'm sorry.
Roll your d4.
How powerful are you, flying carpet? 1.
Okay.
The worst carpet ever.
Just a helpful friend. Not much more than that.
Flying carpet nose jack.
Okay, the flying carpet nose jack.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the carpet needs to have a name. It's Angora.
Of course.
Can you spell it for me?
No.
A with an A?
Angora, I believe.
Okay, I spelled it right then.
Pretty
And
sure.
then I brought the card over here towards you, Ceres, if you want to.
Okay. So I can give it a trait.
Yeah, and I've already locked it too.
Okay.
'cause I'm helpful.
I appreciate that.
The carpet is very friendly.
But this is a trait for Stacey.
For
Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah.
Oh, Stacy is a little touched.
Yeah. All right. That makes it Lavender's turn.
There, and I managed to put it on the thing and spell
Yeah.
Hold
Yep.
on.
That's a negative.
Fantastic.
You're staying behind.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
Draw
Yep,
fort card.
draw from the fort.
you're under fort still? Okay.
It hasn't moved
No, it's a
they haven't
bluff.
moved in
It's
two
not
turns.
no, it's still a fort. Never
Yeah,
mind.
they've
Everything
been
else
on
is
the fort
bluff.
for 2 turns now.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
yeah.
Remember, you can choose not to roll and pick up a new item in the fort.
Or when you roll a negative, you could discard one of your things from your inventory, right? To move.
Yep. Also, but if you are left behind, you will actually be dragged along with everybody. Just so you know,
So it's not that big a deal.
it's not big a deal.
Anyway, on the card it says, You are offered a new wagon to help you make your journey to the west easier.
Oh shit, you got the prototype covered wagon, dude. Good job.
Nice.
Specifically, it was Jemima who got this wagon.
Yeah. Perfect.
Then we need a twist.
KingSeras, yes.
Okay. The twist is that the wagon is made from materials that are too modern. Like, we're
Mhm.
talking like serger sewing machine sewed canvas and like 1970s steel mill steel.
So it has shocks?
Yeah, it's got like shocks and stuff. Yeah.
Holy crap.
This is amazing.
I mean, it's like it's not a high tech wagon. It's made of materials from out of time. Like
Wow.
if somebody
Mhm.
from like the 20th century made a replica covered wagon and then they gave it to this guy.
This is like the pyramid. Aliens built the pyramids.
It is.
The aliens built the covered wagons? I had no idea.
yeah.
Aliens are responsible
Amazing.
for the Oregon Trail.
Someone else found
Confirmed.
found a
Wow.
letter written like 6 months after the person died. So clearly, some time shenanigans are happening.
I mean,
Alright.
they went
Word.
missing a year ago.
Hmm?
That doesn't mean they were dead.
That's true.
They might be dead now.
They might be dead now.
They might have been dead then.
They
And
might.
there's a
have
letter
been
out of
dead.
time.
That is true.
We don't know.
We don't know. I want to leave that. I want to leave that up in the air.
Okay.
Great.
we are not ready for the fuels that the wagon needs to run, so we're able to like keep it running, but we don't have nearly as much fuel as we need. So I'm taking the hit on wealth.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, I
then
mean, the
Kelsa
fuel
makes
that
a
it needs
treat.
to the fuel that it needs to run is like steer to pull it. But those still cost money, right?
It's heavier than a
Yeah.
regular wagon, so
There you go.
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta give it's Jemima, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And if you lock that for me, that would be the best.
Yeah, I am taking care of it.
Fantastic. She has a a scar on her face.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's her trait.
Just want you to write Scarface on there. Not scar on face, but just Scarface.
I did consider that. I'm wearing scar to face.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect.
I have to start singing songs from The Lion King pretty soon.
Okay. That's a plus.
That's another plus.
Let's move on forward.
Bye.
All right.
Back to me.
Man, I'm not getting nearly as interesting as you
Is
guys because I'm just
Independence Rock, Fort Laramie, and Chimney Rock all in the same area?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have here. Oh, minus. Okay. So I
Oh,
draw.
The one is cocked though.
Oh, okay. You want me to re-roll it?
yeah.
Do it again. All right. That is a 0.
So you move
best
forward,
result.
and then you take one of these ones.
Yes. All right. I move forward, so I'm gonna hop on up here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. And then it's which color is it? This
That
one.
It's the
far
non-colored
right.
one.
Oh, it's the
the
non-colored,
non-colored
okay.
one, yeah.
All right. Grab one and flip it. You break your leg.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Well, that's
Very-
simple.
That's very straightforward.
Yeah, it is.
Is
Which
it?
number?
I have to choose who it is, right?
Yes. Which family member breaks their leg?
It's Jordan.
Okay. Okay, and then
Since this is 0, you get to have a NPC,
yes, an NPC
help you.
gets to help out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
And then I have to shoot you a twist.
yes.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of something interesting and different. NPCs don't have to be people. They can be animals too. So let's say that like someone has a hunting dog or whatever in the party in this caravan, and it's actually the dog who found Jordan when she broke her leg and couldn't walk back and ran to go barked until like, oh Lassie, someone's fallen down the well until people came out.
Hmm.
And the dog's name is Bud.
Nice. Who broke her leg again?
Because that's what
Jordan.
they are.
Thank you.
Roll
Roll a 1d4 to see how badass this dog is.
How excellent is this dog?
Yeah.
Just a 1.
All right.
Aw.
So,
A good dog, but
good
not
dog.
the
but
best.
Ezra
Not all
knows
good
this
dogs.
dog. So something's up with this dog.
Yeah. I'm going to say the twist is that the way this leg heals, Jordan's going to have to walk with a cane.
So I am going to pay the cost. Oh, I dropped. Okay, in wealth because canes are not free.
Not only are canes
Yeah.
not free, but so are not artificial limbs because you
Right.
lost that leg and now you have an artificial leg that is your new trait for Jordan.
Okay.
Oh. Awesome.
Harsh.
Well, I heal.
Actually, we'll go prosthetic instead.
Okay.
So I can fit it on.
Yes,
the
that's
front of
way
the-
easier to spell.
I can spell it. I did medicine stuff.
That's true.
I mean, you're fitting it in a card. This is impossible. What? You fit the whole thing on?
I did.
Perfect.
It's magic.
It's a little wonky, but it'll work.
I mean, if
Oh
it
my
wasn't
gosh.
wonky, what would we be? That makes it
So
my turn, right?
badass.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I
and
think
that
I
means the
missed
round.
a.
So,
Yes.
I think I missed a round.
No, I think it's
No.
just now we got through it. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
I have also got a 0. And
Jeez.
instead of moving to Chimney Rock like everybody else, I am going to move up to Independence Rock.
All right.
I haven't done those.
The
Appropriate.
the national anthem is played as you land in Independence Rock.
An
Do,
Indian
do,
helped
do.
find some food. So, does that mean that this Indian is going to be the NPC that I'm naming?
No,
who
but
met
you
this?
may have an Indian be part of the caravan that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay. I mean, there might be, but who is having this little adventure with an Indian and the other NPC? This a native and one of my people.
Lavender, that's you to the side.
Hard choice. Is it Abigail or Archibald? I want to say Abigail.
Abigail. Okay.
Mhm.
How old is Abigail?
I think she's older. Like. I want to say 12 or 13.
She gets a really, really big crush on this Indian who helped her.
Of course she does.
The best.
Like just head over heels for this Indian.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
All right, now you have to name this guy.
So, the NPC is another girl in the caravan around her same age. That's not in one of the other families that are PC families. Her name is let me roll this dice and see how powerful she is. 3.
Wow.
Interesting. It's our last 3, I think.
Her name is Ada, and Ada and Abigail have kind of become friends, and Ada has seen this Native American before, who's been we're like traveling through their territory, right? Over the last couple of weeks, week or so, and Ada is like fearless, and was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And Abigail came with, and together they get some food from this Native American.
All right, cool. So, okay, so it wasn't broken leg. They just needed food. My bad.
What?
My brain thought they had broken legs, though.
Oh, no.
Because it's dumb. Helps Abigail get food with the Native Americans. Okay.
My turn.
Go for it.
Wait, didn't we miss the trait?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The trait, and also did you
Yeah,
put a
trait.
cost?
No, I need a cost. It's social.
I have to give the trait, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Here, I'll flip.
Abigail, like, Ada is not well liked, and the fact that Abigail is hanging out with her is kind of a social cost.
Okay, and it was Abigail who gets the trait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I'm with you. Let's see. Abigail is. I'm gonna say she is chatty.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. Gonna
All right.
chatty.
Lavender, you should start rolling while we're writing.
Perfect.
There you go.
Hey, look at that!
That's
Yeah,
plus.
positive.
Move forward.
Oh, wait. Everyone moved off of the other spot, so you actually moved up automatically.
So
now you
now.
also move up here, so you can move up with the rest of the group
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
Nice.
wherever you want.
Grab your card. Your chatty card.
I can't. Someone else could move it for me. I'd really appreciate it.
I have unlocked it.
Okay. All right.
So
Thank you.
cool. I will go ahead and roll while Lavender is playing their Lavender thing now. Yeah, I also move forward by. I am having my ridiculous rolls are paying off again, so.
Mm-hmm.
South Pass, huh?
Yeah. You gotta go through the South Pass to get to the North Pass or something, sure. Okay, Ceres, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
I'm starting to think I might actually get to Oregon.
Yeah, you can actually make it.
I rolled a 2.
Hey, that's
Nice.
move forward.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's room for you here in South Pass.
I think I will join you in South Pass.
Next one forward.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Past the thing here.
Dang it. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks.
All good.
All right. Let's see what I got.
Another NPC.
Perfect.
I just get all the NPCs. It's fine.
But hey, you get to advance at least.
And I can go anywhere here. South Pass, Soda, Green River, Bridger,
Yeah.
or something. Whatever this town is. I'm gonna go to this town.
It's Fort Bridger.
Oh, wait, Fort Bridger. I'm gonna go to the fort. And I get one of these cards. And my NPC is helping me out with I become weak with measles. Ooh, who becomes weak with measles?
Oh no. Oh no.
Is it Christopher?
I think it's Archibald, actually.
Oh, it's
Because
Archibald.
If you get measles when you're older, then
Oh.
you become sterile.
Oh
usually.
no. Oh,
Shit.
Archibald.
The
Okay.
twist, you cannot take a social cost for this.
Yeah, I mean, I think the obvious cost here is gonna be health. That's the whole.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take a health cost, and there is a old wise woman, witch doctor kind of person. She's dark skinned, hunched over, has like gray gray hair, walks with a cane, and has like a coat that's just lined with vials of different things, and is always like stopping by the side of the river or wherever, to like look at plants and pick up strange rocks and lick them. She's a little bit eccentric, but her name is Winifred, but people call her Granny Winnie. And Granny Winnie gives Archibald something to keep him moving, even when he really should be lying down with a fever. So, yeah, that's how that went.
Perfect.
Cool. Roll that 1d4.
And Ceres, go ahead and
Yeah,
give
I get to twist or
Straight.
You...
Nope,
Trait?
you did it straight.
Straight. Right.
Did somebody put the timer ahead? Because I know I didn't.
I think
I did.
Golden's on that.
Okay, great.
Did you roll
Middle
that
of
d4?
June. Yeah, I did. I got a 3.
All right.
Wait, was
so
that-
she's friends with Ada.
Or was that for Ada? That might have been for Ada. I don't think I rolled a d4. Let me roll it again.
Okay.
All right, it's a 1. I lied.
All right. So we're shot. Don't have any ones. I guess I can make one.
There's one over here on the right.
There's a few of them, but I'm supposed to put them
Oh, they have to
touching each other.
connect.
So I can actually move these 2s around and make a 1. That's not attached to anything. Give me another d4 roll so I can choose which one to change.
So Archibald is
2.
now having visions.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I realize what I'm getting tripped up with. Without looking up, Kelsa and I'm trying to
Mastady.
Astini. Yes, I was like, how do you say your handle?
I know, it's fine.
Yeah. You guys kind of sound alike, not that much alike, but enough that if I'm like looking down, no, I'm like, wait, whose turn is it?
Oh no.
That's fair.
I'll take that as a compliment because
Okay.
Kelsa sounds amazing.
I was gonna say the same thing about you.
Aw.
This is why we're friends.
Amazing.
All right. That was my turn. So, Lavender, can you?
I already rolled.
Oh.
I got 3 negatives.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Which means I stay, and
Yeah.
I love these cards. Beautiful card.
You unlock the card so I can hand it back.
You are selected by the Fort Commander, drafted into the army.
Poor Amos.
Awesome.
Man.
Oh no, and he has the letter.
I
He
know.
does. Oh no.
All right. So Sarah, you can put a twist on Lavender's thing. Amos has just been drafted into the army.
The army.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to say that this is a pretty onerous obligation, and you can't social your way out of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we lose Amos?
No.
Is he still part of the caravan?
You gotta tell us how this, like how he stays with the caravan.
Okay. Hmm. Amos is young and spry. He sneaks out. He sneaks out of the fort.
All right.
So what is that? What does that cost?
Yeah. It can't be social.
Oh, okay. I know it's your choice. I just had a thought.
Also, he is fairly religious. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Oh, Lavender just left the game.
Also they
And
Oh,
froze.
yeah, frozen.
Yeah, so I think that they are.
Ooh. Well, he decided to dodge the draft in real life. Let's see how it works. All right.
Let's give them a second to reconnect.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the overlay.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
wonder whose box I am in. I need to look at the stream.
you're actually mostly in your own box, just
But I'm also
only
a little
halfway.
bit of Kelsa. I'm a little bit of Kelsa.
I'm a little
There.
bit of golden. Oh, look, there we go. Now I'm golden. And Ceres is lavender, and golden, you're Ceres. So,
Oh.
and then my arm is also me. Just put a
Yeah,
sock.
so basically, what we've confirmed, Kelsa, is that we are in fact the same person.
So I believe we actually have to stop pretty soon, anyhow.
That's true. Let's get my little octopus over here. Let's do a little octopus dance. I'll advertise the fact that I am selling these little cute octopus dice bags on Etsy.
Oh, that's amazing. They're so good. Oh, wait, hold on. Mine's not a dice bag, but I still have my own.
Yeah. It's not on camera.
It's
Gotta,
not?
no, you gotta move it over.
Oh,
By your
nice.
elbow.
Oh, wait, here.
Nope. Here. There we go. Oh, look there, Fritz.
We'll put it also over
Where
here
is
so
it?
they can get like a good view of it.
Oh. I have mine at work, so I can't show you.
Aw.
Look,
It sits on my desk.
it's colored like a real squid, so it's got a pink underbelly, and ooh, I love it. I keep it attached to one of these things.
Oh,
It's,
nice.
I have a little I curl it on one of these things, and I just have it clipped to my lamp up here.
Nice.
that's
So it's like literally
awesome.
always near me.
That's super cool. I love it.
I love it.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we do need to we wrap up fairly soon. I was hoping we could make it to at least the end of the turn.
Oh wait,
Oh, he's back.
Lavender's coming back.
They're
Yay,
back.
they're back. Okay. And since Lavender was the last one to join, the cams are right again.
Yes. You don't fix anything.
Oh, wow. That never happens.
I know.
Any minute
But-
now.
They've joined, but...
They've
still
joined, but
technical
they haven't
difficulties.
Oh no.
No, we could always ask Lavender and like Discord what costs they would want, and we could give them a trait and then try to move on as they're reconnecting.
Yeah.
Trying to get through.
Well, I think we should stop here. I think getting around the Ceres will be
I mean,
like 15
unless I
minutes.
roll all pluses again.
That's true.
My turns have been like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, we can go ahead and just call it if you'd like. Just remember that
Why
it's.
don't I make a note here on the screen?
I was gonna just put the stuff on top of you.
That well, we also need to finish Lavender's turn. So
I was hoping we could
Yeah.
just finish Lavender's turn, but if not, we can do that too.
well, I'll make a note at least in case we cannot.
Oh, you're back!
Yay!
You're
Okay, never
back.
mind.
Alright.
I'll get rid of
I
this.
don't know what happened. And I was like,
All right, what price are you gonna pay?
I was going to say, I'm I think I'm paying the price in health. That's what I was going to say before, because
Okay.
Amos has to spend an entire week, like, doing all this by themselves and like not following.
Mm.
Yeah.
Got it.
So let me get back in the game and I'll take care of that.
I took care of it for you, and I'm gonna give Amos a trait, and that trait is going to be left-handed.
Oh,
This has been true all along. We just didn't know it.
Cool.
Like that.
Okay. Boop.
All right, cool.
All right. Let me just pop us over here real quick so everybody can see all of our great families.
Yeah, they're really great.
Estanie with the one trait. I've got one for each character. It's good. It's really good. Let's go ahead and say our goodbyes. We know now we're going to be starting with Estanie next time, and we should be able to finish in next time. We just got a
Yeah.
little bit
we're
of
like
late
over
start.
halfway to Oregon.
Mhm.
I think we're fine.
Hmm
We can get there.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
For Tabletop Simulator to download.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will have no problems.
I think I
Alright.
made it a little bit too easy to get to Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, also my rolls are bullshit, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we actually get there or not. All right. Well, this has been some good fun, everybody. Let's say our goodbyes and where people can find you when you're not here. Straight up top of me, Estanie.
hi, I am Estanie. When I am not here doing awesome Oregon Trail weirdness, you can find me on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Estanie, Tuesday through Friday, where I do variety streaming. Or if you like art, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Estanie, where I do cool art stuff. And if you join soon, I've already finished September's wallpaper. Join for just $1. Get cool wallpapers every month. Join for $5. Get art how-to-ish videos and other cool rewards. So check it out, please. Love you guys.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go around. So next, Lavender.
Hi, I'm Lavender, also known as Dark Lavender Void. I go by they, them. I am working on a difficult to make role-playing game called Mortally Bankrupt, where you play reality TV stars on an eldritch reality show being broadcast to Dark Terrors Beyond the Void. That game's really good, but I'm making Roll20 sheets for it, which means I have to actually do hacking to make my hack of Blades of the Dark.
Pretty much.
That is both amazing and impressive.
Yeah.
It kind of is. It's good. It's tough. I actually I did something that took me a year and a half to do very recently, which is make clocks that I actually like. Like you actually get to see them like wind around
Oh, cool.
the outside rather than
Ooh.
like flash on and then like get filled up this way.
I'm looking
It just
forward to
goes-
this.
Oh,
It's
really?
really good.
Like with hands and stuff? Or
Not with like
I think it
clock
animates.
hands, but it's like that thing on the
think it's-
Android phone. Like,
Oh.
can you see this?
Oh.
You can eventually
Oh,
like
yeah.
see this thing, and how when you go like
Ah.
lower on power, it'll like not be as full, and it'll like wind backwards like that.
Oh, okay, cool. Very cool.
That sounds amazing. I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward to
It's
this.
really good. I love it. That's
We
neat.
only spent a long time playing that game.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Ceres?
Hey, I'm KingSeras. You can follow my regular Twitter at Zenith Sun. I am the co-host of a podcast called Bonus Experience, which is two queer women talking with authority about games. We're funny most of the time, but it is a pretty serious discussion about the experience of playing. We talk about game design, we talk about writing games, and they're 30-minute shows, so they don't take a ton of your time. And we episode update. Phew, we update with episodes every other Monday. Though we're right now on a short break because we are actually working on getting a whole lot of interview shows started.
Ooh.
We had a bunch of people approach us to talk to us about their upcoming projects.
Oh, cool.
And I am also a freelance writer for the Onyx Path, the writing branch that broke off from White Wolf. And so we're also going to be doing interviews with my colleagues from that about stuff we're working on. And as far as that goes, I'm working on a whole bunch of stuff I can't tell you about. So
That's always exciting.
The best.
That's how you know you're doing it right.
yeah, there's some stuff I wish I could tell you about that would definitely make some people in here really happy, but I cannot tell you about it yet. So that's what I'm working on. Please check out Bonus Experience. You can find our website. It's bxpcast.wordpress.com. Or sorry, bonusexpcast.wordpress.com. It's late.
I'll put a link in the doobly-doo.
Yeah, look for the link in the doobly-doo, and then click on that and subscribe to our show. Download it, enjoy it. It's on Stitcher, it's on iTunes, it's on Google Play, it's on SoundCloud. It's on places you can find podcasts.
It's on all the things.
It is on all the things, and if it is not on any of those things, please tweet at us at bonusexpcast on Twitter and let us know what other things we should put our podcast on so that you can listen to it there.
Yeah. Awesome. And Golden, this is your game.
Yeah. I'm really happy with it.
Good.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/GoldenWH. Right now we're playing Stars Without Number. And it's pretty cool. You should watch it. But you should watch this because these are all amazing people. And also, this game has been like the last 10 years of my life. So,
I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yep.
thank you.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm really
So they're
loving
all
how these characters are coming out.
I have nothing. I have a guy with
You
gears in his
roll
body.
worse.
Yeah. There are
can't help
some
it.
bugs to fix with this game. Like, what do I do when the dice decide
Are
to be
against you.
dice?
I know. I can't control
yeah.
how good I am at rolling dice. It's just a part of who I am.
I too have good dice pull luck. As you see, I only have 2 traits. As
I
well.
know, yeah.
So, I don't know. I wanted to make it faster. I don't know.
We'll see.
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having fun how it is, and we'll see how far we make it. So,
Same.
Yeah, it's definitely is a good game, the way it is. I think.
I think so. I've been having fun and enjoying the story that we're telling. So, I'm Kelsa. This is my channel. On Twitch, it's Kelsa Delphi. on YouTube, it's Kelsa Delphi. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa. On Instagram, if you want pictures of my dog, it's also Kelsa Delphi. I'm just the best at branding, don't worry about it. And this show is every other Thursday, so we will be back on the 6th of September. And I also am playing on AP Gaming Reels channel, doing Cancol, which is a very silly anime game about ship girls that sometimes gets serious. And another thing that's coming up. Thanks
so
again.
many secrets.
Thanks again for coming out, everybody. And I hope to see you next time.